Okay, if you're like me, you've been seeing this Temu advertised all over the place. I have seen it all over my Facebook and social media apps the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to test out some of the kitchen products. Now, when I first went to their website and downloaded the app, I was a little bit weary. One, because everything is so cheap, and then also like these little things pop up for like 50% off your order, 75% off your order, all this different stuff, and I'm like, okay, this cannot be good quality. So I got a few different kitchen items to test out for you to see if it is worth your money or not. And the first thing that we're going to test out in today's video is this Veggie Chopper. So it's like the kind that you put your vegetable in and press it down and it chops. It also has the slicer attachment on the top here. It came with this like hand protector, so if you're slicing, you're not going to hurt yourself going that way, and then several different attachments to use with it. So let me show you everything that came with it. So there are two different sizes of the like grates that you press through. So if you're doing like onions, potatoes, that kind of a thing, there's two different sizes of that. It also came with different options for the slicer. So I have the one that's already in there. And then there's different options that you could use for like grating cheese. It said chocolate. You could use to slice vegetables, whether that be like potatoes or different, you know, like zucchini, things like that if you're trying to do rounds. So different options with that. And then it also came with a peeler and an egg separator. So all together, it's a 14-piece veggie chopper set, and it cost $14.58. And then I think I got everything 50% off. So it was like $8, which is crazy. And I am going to insert a clip throughout this video utilizing all of these items so you can see how they work. But this works amazingly. I've always wanted one of these, and to find it so cheap is just amazing. So I definitely do recommend this one. And then for all of the items that I'm testing out, I will put a link in my description box below for you. So if you're interested in them and you want to get the ones that I purchased and I was able to test out, you'll have them there. So the next thing that I got were these, it's a set of 6. They're silicone like toppers. So they're like circular, they fit over their covers. So instead of using plastic wrap, you can use these. It has the different like sides here to help you pull and stretch it over your bowl or plate, whatever you're using it for. And it came with 6 different sizes. This is the smallest one, and this is the largest one. Cute little smiley face there. I do like these. I think it's really great for meal prepping. So I was doing that when we were making tonight's dinner, and I had some ingredients I wanted to prep ahead of time. I was able to use this instead of using plastic wrap. So it's less waste, excuse me. And then also it's something that you can just clean and reuse. So it's more budget friendly. And so for the set of 6, it was $2.08. And again, I believe I got this at 50% off. So I was actually prepping these onions and some lettuce for our dinner this evening, and we tested out the TikTok viral taco burgers, and they are so good. So I just went ahead and started out by taking my ground beef. My husband went ahead and seasoned it with some salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. And then you just want to press this out all the way to the edge of your tortillas. And you want the meat to be thin so that way it can cook properly. So you don't want it too thick, and then go all the way to the edge because this meat will start to shrink when you're cooking it. We're going to make ours on the black stone, but you can just do this on your stove in a pan if you would like to. I did see Megan from My Main Kitchen make this inside, so I will link her video down below if you want to see her making it on the stove. But yes, you can do it blackstone, or you can do it inside, or a griddle, whatever you have on hand. But the only thing that I would have changed with doing this would be to use the smaller size tortilla, because we use a regular size and this is just so much. Like I could only eat half of it. So depending on how hungry you are or your guests are, you may want to go ahead and use the smaller size tortilla. But these were absolutely amazing, and I love that you can customize them however you like. So once I have that meat on there, we're going to go ahead and get these out onto the blackstone. Can't go wrong with butter. So we chose to put butter down on the blackstone. You can also do oil, whatever you prefer. We just like the taste that the butter gives the meat. And then once you have that melted, you just want to add your meat tortilla, meat side down. And we had this on about medium heat. but it cooked so quickly. I could not believe it, neither could my husband. So once he put them down, he just gave them a little bit of a press, and then they took about 2-3 minutes and they were ready to flip. And then the onions that I diced up with the veggie chopper, we just went ahead and threw on to the other side with some butter and let those start to cook. And then here he was just checking, and again, we were surprised by how quickly these cooked. And then he's going to go ahead and flip them over, and oh my goodness, look how good these look. They were cooked perfectly and absolutely full of flavor, very juicy, very delicious. Once we flipped them over, we went ahead and topped them with some provolone cheese. Matt wanted 4 slices. I had 2 on mine. Now, he had seen where it's more like a quesadilla versus a taco, so he's going to put another tortilla on top of his to make it like a hamburger quesadilla, and I'm going to have mine as a taco. But once you put that cheese on there and let it start to melt, they're pretty much done at this point, and then you can top them with anything that you like. I decided to put the grilled onions along with some ketchup and mustard and lettuce on mine. Matt didn't put any toppings on his. He made like a little side sauce that's kind of similar to like a Big Mac sauce that he had on the side of his quesadilla, excuse me. But you can do whatever you like here, which is what's really fun about these. The next thing so excited about, this is how you know you're in your 30s, was this bag holder, this Ziploc bag holder. So here you can see it like nice and like collapsed down. So this fits so well in my drawer with my plastic wrap and foil. Sorry if you can hear my dogs in the background walking around, but you know, real life. And then all you do is just when you're ready to use it, you pop these up and then you can extend it. So if you have like a gallon size Ziploc bag, you can have it fully extended, or depending on the size of the bag, you just press these back down. And this worked so well. I am often, especially when I'm working with meat like chicken or ground beef, and I have extra that I'm not using, I'm always calling my husband into the kitchen to please come hold the bag for me so I can put the leftovers into the bag, and I don't have to do that with this. So if you want to be more independent in the kitchen when you're putting things away, or if you live by yourself, this is perfect. So I highly recommend this. And this was $1.48. Again, 50% off. Worth $1.48. After we were all done with our burger, tacos, and quesadilla, we put our new little bag stand to use. I went ahead and used it with a smaller Ziploc to put the leftover ground beef into, and it just made it so easy. I didn't have to worry about getting ground beef on my counter or like contaminating my hands and like the outside of the Ziploc, so I love this. It worked so well. And then I also used it to put our leftover quesadillas in. Obviously, you don't need a stand to put the quesadillas in the bag, but I wanted you to see how it can absolutely hold up to the weight of the quesadilla. So this would work really well if you have leftover chicken, beef, whatever it is that you have, and you're using this for, it can hold that weight very well. All right, the next thing is this spatula and lid holder. This came in different colors. What it is you pop this lid open here, and then this allows your lid cover to sit here and then your spatula to sit on this side when you're cooking. And when I saw this, I knew this was genius and we needed it, because whenever my husband cooks, he is so messy with putting his spatula just like right on the kitchen counter or on the middle part of our stove where we have like a griddle flat top, and it drives me insane. So this will catch all of that, and then this just folds down so it's nice and thin to fit in any drawer. And I will insert a clip here so you can kind of see how it looks when you have everything on it. But I do love this. It's going to save me a lot of cleaning of my counters, and it's more like sanitary too. So if you're cooking something with meat, like I said, my husband always puts his spatula or spoon like onto the counter no matter what it is he's cooking. He doesn't think about it the way that I do. But it saves you from having to like continually like clean your countertops, because you can just wash this. And this was $3.47. All right, so the next thing is this oil sprayer. I went ahead and put oil into it. So I wanted to pick this up because it is just convenient to have oil that you can spray out. So like Pam, different nonstick sprays are very convenient. However, I've been doing more and more research into different oils and ingredients, and the oils that are used in those are just not good for us, and they're very inflammatory. So an easy swap out is using like an avocado oil or an olive oil. So that's what I went ahead and put in here. I actually have some olive oil in here, and I will show you how it sprays out. It sprays out really well. At first it was really nice and fine, and then I got like a little bit of like pieces that were like a little bit bigger. But it's not any different than, it's actually better than my avocado oil spray that I have from Chosen Foods. So I like that I can put whatever I want in here. You don't have to use it just for oil, but it's nice that you can pick which oil you're using. And this was $3.97 before the 50% off. Okay, the next thing I got, this came with a pack of 2, and they're the cord wrappers. I've been seeing these all over that you can put on the back of your appliance so you can wrap the cords and keep everything nice and neat in your cupboards. And so I went ahead, it came in a pack of 2 for $1.18, which is crazy for 2 of these, so just over 50 cents for this. And I went ahead and put one on the back of my air fryer. Now, I had trouble with this part here that's supposed to like allow you to push the like top of the cord where the plug is in, because it's too small for how thick my air fryer cord is. But I was still able to make it work, and it still kept the cord nice and neat and in the back of the air fryer. So when I'm going to put it away in my cupboard, it's going to be a lot easier to keep things nice and neat. So I do recommend these, and again, $1.18 for 2 of them. Okay, so the next thing that I got is this silicone air fryer tray. So this is perfect for doing like egg bites, and then you can also use it for muffins or cupcakes, which I am going to be testing it out with the cupcakes today. And this is $3.47 for this mold, which is an amazing deal. And again, I had the 50% off of like the thing that popped up, and I thought it was like fake, but it works. And it's just great to have these because you can put it in your air fryer. They clean so easily. You don't have to worry about having to spray them because food doesn't stick to them, and the food also doesn't like create any taste in the silicone. So I got this again for $3.47, and we are loving it. So like I said, we wanted to test this out, not doing egg bites, but making little mini cupcakes. So I just took my batter and filled the mold 2/3 of the way full. And then these went into air fryer at 350 degrees for 8 minutes. I do like that it's so quick, because when you bake them in the oven, it takes like typically around 20 minutes to make cupcakes, 15 to 20 minutes depending on the recipe. So it was super quick. However, depending on how many you're making, you would have to do multiple batches. But again, we were just doing this to test out the mold, and we weren't wanting egg bites. So it worked really well. You're going to see here when I go to pop the cupcake out, I should have used a spoon because I broke it in half. But I am going to show you that for the remainder part that had been left in the mold, it just wipes away so easily, so you can throw it under your sink. It comes right out. And then the last item that I got is this peeler. And at first I was like, okay, this is silly. I have a peeler. However, this collects everything that you're peeling off, which is amazing. So it drives me nuts whenever I'm peeling like a carrot or whatever it may be, or potatoes, and then the peels part are like flying everywhere and it makes such a mess. This collects it all, which is amazing. And then you just pop this lid off and dump it in the garbage can. It's just so convenient and pretty genius. So I was really excited to pick this one up, and this cost $1.78. So at first I thought that this wasn't working, but I realized I needed slightly more pressure than what I'm used to. The peeler that I have now is from culinary school, so it is very sharp, not hard pressure, but just a little bit more than I'm used to. And then I'm gonna show you right here how easily the peels come out of it. You literally just take it over your garbage can and dump it out, and you're good to go. So I really hope that you enjoyed seeing the review of these products. I honestly was so surprised to see the quality of some of them, and they're just so cheap. It's absolutely insane. So definitely check out Temu if you haven't done so already. This video is not sponsored in any way, but I just wanted to test these out because, like I said, when I was seeing it all over my social media, I was extremely skeptical about how the products would work because they are so cheap, and we loved everything that we got. And my husband also got some fishing things, so if you like fishing or if you have someone in your family that enjoys fishing, he got different, like a reel and lures and all of that, and that stuff can be really expensive. And he has been happy with the majority of the stuff that he got there as well, which is pretty crazy. But we'll definitely be trying out more things from their website soon. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing these in today's video, and I will see you in the next one.